Good evening, everyone. My names are Hamid Babuza Salim, member of County Assembly representing the great people of Kinakumbu Ward, member of this committee, and also the Deputy Majority Leader.
Good afternoon or evening. My name is Mahmoud Ali, MCA representing Salah Ward, member of this committee. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Bila Yusuf, member representing Chewele Ward, committee member.
I'm Rhoda Katisha Raha, MCA Gariseni Southward, member of this committee and also the Deputy Speaker.
My name is Osman Nur Galole, the Speaker of this Assembly and the Chair of this committee. Mr. Mashomba, without wasting time, kindly administer the oath to the nominee.
I, Yahya Ali Boro, do swear by Almighty God that the information I shall give to the committee shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Thank you. Mr. Yahya, can you kindly confirm to this committee that indeed the person who is now appearing before this committee is Mr. Yahya Boro, Mahmoud Boro?
I'm Yahya Ali Boro, and this is my national identity card.
Thank you. I'll ask 3 questions at a go, so kindly note them down so that you answer them all. The first question, you will tell us about yourself. The second one, we will want to know your net worth. And the third one is your greatest weaknesses. Thank you.
I'm Yahya Ali Boro. I was born and brought up at Garsen, Tana Delta, Tana River County. I studied at Tarasa Primary and Garsen Primary. Later went to Wenje Secondary. Then later I got my bachelor degree in community development with St. Paul University. I'm married with 7 children. Thank you very much.
I asked 3 questions. Your net worth, and then your greatest weakness.
Net is 8.2 million. I can't remember my weakness, but I'm somebody who tries to create some changes. Whenever I go to a department, I usually try to bring some changes, which finally create either heart rate or being feel that, yeah, can I judge something like that. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Roda, proceed.
Yeah, Mr. Yahya, I just have one question for you. Can you name 3 functions that are under the jurisdiction of the county government in relation to trade?
Is one is to create a conducive environment for investment. Second is capacity building of small and medium entrepreneurs. Third, fair trade regulations. That's all. 3. No.
Honorable Kodobo Ismail.
Thank you, Chair. I would like to ask the nominee about the challenges that you have faced in implementation of Tana River Inuka Fund. And in that line, I would like to ask that I have made a statement through the Department of Trade. Just wanted to know the beneficiaries of Inuka Fund. And it's now 4 months down the line that we have not received that response. So keeping those in mind, as the Cecm for Trade and Tourism, what are the challenges that you faced in implementation of Inuka Fund, and why has that response been delayed up to now? Thank you.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Your Honor, I was temporarily deployed to Department of Water when disbursement of Inuka Fund was done. But since I was there are a number of challenges in Inuka Fund implementation. One of them being the capacity of our traders. Most of them, they don't have capacity to take loan and then return as per agreement in the agreement letter. So one of the challenge, that's the first challenge. The second challenge is that everybody applied, whether somebody is a hawker, a businessman, whatever kind of business he was doing, because everybody was applying. So it was difficult to sort. Then, apart from that, another challenge was the coverage of the county. The county is vast, and we receive application from every corner. But despite that, the department was able to sit down and disperse the funds. There's 3 months grace period. I think it was from January to March. So from mid-March, we are expecting the repayment to start. Okay, Mr. Chair, continue.
Thank you. My last and maybe the final question to you. We've heard that there is wrangles in the board, the Inuka Fund board. We've heard that the director and even the chair of the board fought, and the case is before the court. So in that sense, where there's disunity, do you think that the money that this Honorable House has allocated to benefit the people of Tana River will go into the right hands? And I think you have not answered my previous question as to why my request for the statement in regards to the beneficiaries was delayed. Thank you.
For the previous question, Your Honor, is that I told you I was temporary in the water department. But that's the first task which I will do. Since I reported to the Department of Water, I will compile all the relevant documents and answer you accordingly. On the second question, can you remind me?
I asked you about the disunity between the board, the issue of the director and the chairman fighting. So I was asking if there's that disunity and there is that money that we've allocated to benefit the people of Tana River, do you think that it will benefit the people or it will go into the wrong hands?
The key actors here in implementation of Inuka funds are sub-county Inuka fund committees. And they are the key players. But the problem, the way you said that there is that issue, and it's a task which I'm going to do. Then I will advise His Excellency accordingly so that these funds can be dispersed and repaid accordingly. Thank you.
Chair, thank you. The Act clearly states that the sub-county, at the sub-county level, we have the committee at the sub-county level. Their work is just to identify the beneficiaries, those who are qualified to get the funds. They are not the actors. So you as the CCM for that department is responsible, plus your board. So I don't think I think you are converting the blames, you are shifting them to the sub-county administrators, and that is not the case. So kindly tell us, do you think, the question is just, do you think because of that disconnect between the chairman and the director, do you think that money will meet the purpose that it was meant for? Just as clear as that. Very short.
I said that the sub-county committee, I mean that the sub-county committee, the secretary to the sub-county, who is trade officer in every sub-county, he's the one monitoring the implementation of Inuka Fund. But the issue of disconnection among the board and the secretariat, something I'm going to work on it and make sure that everybody is working according to the laid down regulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Mohamed Baro.
Thank you very much, Chair. Bwana, the CEC to be. Habari Johnny. Okay, my question is, who is a public officer, according to you?
A public officer is any person who is mandated to serve the public according to the rules and regulations laid down.
Thank you. Final question I have is, you have been CEC water. There was a challenge in Salawad last 1 month. There was a drought. Not only Salawad, actually half of the Tana North. What have you done to, to solve that problem? Or what is your plan? Suppose you are given today a position. That was, okay, that was a previous thing. If you have not done anything to that effect, what do you think you can bring a change on this trade, cooperative and tourism? Tell this committee today what is your promises and what improvement can you make on these sectors? Thank you.
The Department of Trade. Your Honor, there are a number of issues which we have, our projects which we have done and need to be completed. First, there is proposed investors conference whereby the county was supposed to invite investors from the country, from the entire nation and the global. The investment conference will attract investors to this county. The Department of Trade will showcase the investment opportunities which exist in this county. Apart from that investors conference, we have planned to have county economic zone, county export processing zone, which is supposed to be in Minjila. It's 100 acres, and we have agreed with Export Processing Authority that we allocate them 100 acres to them, and they are the ones who will invite investors, manufacturers to the county. That will create employment to this county youth, and also there will be money circulation as well as good revenue collection. Another, there are a number of policies which we are supposed to review and implement as a department, and also we have been working closer with Kenya Investment Authority so that we can have, or we can profile investment opportunities in this county. So my main agenda in the next 3 to 5 years is to make sure that we have our own investors in this county, our own processing plants and factories, so that we can make our own value addition at this county. Thank you.
Deputy Speaker, you can.
Bwana here, I have an issue with Inuka Fund. of which Mheshimiwa Kodobo has raised. You were asked about the challenges, and I thought one of the challenges that you should have cited is on the issue of the conditions for qualifying for the Inuka Fund. Because it's like there are lots of complaints about the conditions there. So as the CEC, maybe you should have thought about reviewing the regulations, because it's like, it's really trying to shut out those small scale traders. That is one of them. So I thought you should have cited that there's that kind of issue. And then there are 3 subcommittees. There's the subcommittees from the constituencies. And those are the ones that are supposed to sit and come up with the names of those who have qualified. The names are given of people who have qualified, and then you find those people, their names disappear. So they just disappear. I don't know whether you have grip of this Inuka Fund. So if you are the CEC trade, you are given this. This is something, that's why it's called Inuka Fund. Something that should raise the living standards of those poor traders. So if you don't have a grip on what is happening in this department, why should we give you this docket again? That's my question.
Your Honor, it was last week when we discussed, we had a meeting with the Inuka board and the secretariat and the subcommittees. And some of the challenges which was raised was what you have told me. Because, and we have agreed to review our regulations so that we can accommodate the weak and the vulnerables in our society, especially the disabled, women and youth. Then we have also agreed to add a certain section to make sure that we can also partner with international NGOs or development partners and financial institutions. So this is a pilot project. There are a number of complaints we are receiving, we are documenting, and very soon we shall be having review of the regulation. So, Madam Deputy Speaker, that's something which we have already noted. There is complaint from every corner of the county. We are documenting, and we will review and we'll hold a public participation to make sure that we have a proper document to implement Inuka Fund effectively. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Yahya. I think we've come to the end of this interview. Kindly, do you have anything to tell this committee before you leave?
Mine is to thank the committee for their contribution, and also there was also advice. So if given opportunity, I'll make sure that the Department of Trade and Tourism will improve the welfare of our small traders and general public at large. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Before you take your leave, confirm whether you have all your original documents. And we wish you the best of luck, Mr. Yahya, and Ramadan Mubarak or Eid Mubarak.
Kwa waziri amalize.